Hello, Abric. How are you doing this fine day? I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing well as well. Why wouldn't I be when I'm playing such a wonderful game? Alright, let's get back to the part where we're supposed to choose who to murder. Uh, I'm supposed to... I think our simulator told me that, like, now I can just choose either me or Kokoro. Doesn't really matter. But even though it doesn't matter, which one should I pick? Let's try picking Kokoro. Slightly more reasonable option, I suppose. Either Kokoro or me is fine, doesn't matter. Yeah, I agree. Kokoro and Satoru are both fine. I like how choosing the wrong choice here just kills 50% of Satoru's brain cells. What do you mean? Oh, right, because he, like, the things he's saying is so stupid. Yeah. I mean, you would have to be stupid to pick one of those options, to be fair. Well, not really. You kind of would be though, right? Because like you played through Kokoro's side of the story, so you should know that it should be neither, even if you don't understand exactly how it works, right? I guess some people might still think it was Kokoro and that she was unconscious during it or something. I don't know. Did I read this part? I think so. Kind of worried about skipping through though, in case I missed something. Damn, this is so fast compared to the last one. You don't even spend any more time inside that room. Jeez. Alright, no, this should be different. I don't think. Never mind, all of this is different. I opened it without any hesitation? Why? Why would you do that? I mean, I would have done it even if you gave me the choice, but... Back jump? Oh, that means, like, I redo the option? Okay, I'm lost. What happened? Oh, okay. So when you do the back jump, it doesn't get rid of the previous text in the log. I see. I was wondering where all this text came from. Back jump, the round green door I opened. no hesitation. So I see, if you pick either Kokoro or yourself as the killer, Satoru just becomes an idiot. Is that what happens? I guess that makes sense. Consequentialism, am I right? If he's, yeah, exactly. If he's dumb enough to choose himself or Kokoro, he's thoughtless enough to open it without hesitation. Exactly. Apoptosis? I've never heard that word before. What? A wrecking ball? Hospital. What? How? Why? Where are your sunglasses made? If there was a third location, it was possible he might be alive. In that, even in the mountain shelter, actually. It's possible he could have gone to the mountain shelter so he could be teleported here. But if that's the case, how come we didn't see him before? Oh,
聞こえなかったのか。お前は誰だと答えろ。答えろ。俺の名は結城堂悟だ。
there he is. Minamoto?
なんだ貴様は。結城、それが。
Even... what?
貴様が。
Oh, now you understand? Why were you confused?
貴様がここに来てしまうとは。計画は失敗だ。
Well, damn it.
自分のことなのに。
Yeah, you are very stupid. Me walking into this room is enough to ruin the whole thing.
失敗したと言っても、それは一つの可能性が追加能性。世界は簡単なこと。
That's not true. There are only a certain number of endings in this game.
俺さえしっかりしてれば、俺は貴様とは違う。断じてだ。何のことを言って。多世界解釈。多世界解釈。
Does it matter? I do know it, but I'll say I don't.
多世界解釈って。
I like how it gives me the tip so I can read up on it anyway. 12? Oh my god. He asks the question, but the game answers it for him. really went wild on Wikipedia for this one. Absolutely. Is this actually from Wikipedia? Probably not copy and pasted, but I'm sure they had to, like, you know, read up on it. Visual novel authors love to do that. Even one of my favorite visual novels, Subahibi, sometimes just straight up dump stuff from Wikipedia and reword it. Yeah, it makes sense for like sci-fi stuff. You want to make sure that it has some real world connection or whatever. My life is only going horribly because I'm in the bad timeline. I got the bad ending of my life, Kipo. I got bad RNG throughout my life, and that's why everything's going horribly. Still though, like me going inside of the room, I don't think it should have done really that much to impact stuff, right? He didn't say that the reason it failed was because he was seen by Satoru, right? He said it was because someone like me was able to enter the room. So that would imply that someone else would also be able to enter. That makes me wonder if it's like a Schrodinger's cat situation where like, if I'm able to open it, or if I choose the option to open it, it always opens, and as a result it's possible for other people to open it. But if I choose not to open it, then it's actually impossible to open, and in that reality, even if I had tried to, it wouldn't have worked. And so nobody else would have been able to make it work either. I don't know though, I could just be reading into it too much. Anyway, it's because you choose me or Kokoro at some point in your life. I don't know if I would choose Kokoro specifically, but I've probably chosen me at some point in a decision in my life. There was probably some time where I was like, who the hell, I don't know, where did all my money go away to? Like, who spent all my money? The options were me or a third party, someone completely different. I chose me when the actual answer was someone else, and that's why I failed. Memories of that guy. Memories of what guy? Who the hell is that guy? That guy is Aitsu in Japanese, which is more gender neutral than that guy. Oh, I see. That guy sounds funnier to me though in English. This tip is very important. I see. Be important later on. Or maybe right now, I don't know. Vegeta is Christmas King Gold. The hell is David? Beloved in Hebrew. Infinite Loop. Isn't that what this game is about? Oh, and also we're doing Tipception again. If I remember correctly, the record so far was for, like, a tip inside a tip inside a tip inside a tip. So let's see if it can go more than 4 layers this time. Ah, no it can't. That's unfortunate. Actually no, it's actually very fortunate. What? Wait, what happened? Peace or tranquil? Oh, see. Okay, I just misread it. Where's the arrow? Where's the oh, it's the 3rd page, okay. I thought we were in this page. That didn't happen, ignore that. That guy is really a goofy translation. The person probably thought it would have sounded more natural. See? Yeah, it makes sense. What do you think would be like a better translation though? Because I'm not exactly sure what Aitsu means. Like that person? That person sounds better, yeah. Why didn't they do that? Wait, I clicked the left arrow. Why did it go right? Okay, person no past, no future. Concept of time does not exist. That guy is one of the first results in the dictionary for Aitsu. Probably why they chose that. Oh, it makes sense. It's pretty cool that you know this much about it though. Does it like say, does it talk about Aitsu in like, I don't know, forums for the game? Okay, I'm sorry, what are you saying? Doll? Who's with shore in Hebrew? I'm learning Japanese, so that helps. Oh, cool. It's really interesting. How's that going for you? Okay, I'm trying to understand this, but I can't. Pretty well. Enki helps. Oh, nice. And I also use Enki. Really useful for studying stuff. Thought kanji would be the hardest part, but sentence structure is way harder. Makes sense. I think. I don't know much about Japanese though, so I could be wrong. Okay, nope, I can't figure it out. Whatever.
だがしかし、それ以外のことなら答えて、何も知らないままというのは、
Oh, but I'll tell you what I did figure out. Something I want to mention at the beginning of the stream, but forgot. I was doing thinking, like a bit of thinking in the past few days. Oh yeah, 11 years. I didn't realize that. 11 years before 2012. Yeah, I was thinking that like the third place, right? The third area that we swapped between, transfer, whatever. It was the mine or whatever, where Itsumi was staying underground, I think. And I think that the person we're swapping consciousness with is one of the babies that wasn't born yet, and that's why they were having red dreams while they were inside that body. The only thing I can't figure out is how the babies, if they were to take control of Satori's body, they become a murderer. That doesn't really make sense to me. But I think that is at least the body we're swapping with. Maybe the consciousness changes at some point though.
感謝しろよ。俺は慈悲深い。さっき、
But of course I could be wrong about that as well. I don't know.
どうしてお前がここにいる？どうして3つの質問をした？それを答えた。その前に聞きたいことがある。
Interesting theory. I guess so.
俺は、いや、榎本は死んだのか？え？貴様の過去では、榎本は死んでしまったのか？
Are you not Enomoto? Is that why you're not wearing sunglasses?
よく意味がわからんが、そうだ。3日前。確かだ。間違いない。お前は絶対に。だから俺は。そうか。いや、もういい。そういう可能性は。
No, you are Enomoto.
いいだろう。では回答しよう。
And you're not okay with yourself dying. Interesting. I kinda got the idea that he died on purpose for his plan to succeed, but maybe that's not it.
まず第一の質問。どうしてお前が
Check
こ
the
こにい
tips
る？
after you're done with this ending. After you're done with this ending, check tip 96. Okay, I will. Thanks.
時空間転移のことは知ってるな。ああ。俺は。いや。俺とある目的。時空間転移装置を最終レベルに持っていくために。
That guy. For them to meet that guy. Together with the awakening of the third eye.
時空間転移装置？それって。あ。そんなことにさえ気づいて。
Remember what I was saying about this ending being way faster than the true ending? Yeah, I was wrong. Actually try checking tip 96 now. That tip should be unlocked in completing Satori's epilogue. Alright, 96. Oh, interesting. Unsettling and irritable for no apparent reason and cries frequently. That's very interesting, but my theory was that we're switching consciousness with the fetus, so I wonder if this means that I was wrong. Wait, what? Argue that since they have not learned human morals, their instincts would cause them to go on a bloody rampage. Perhaps, but they still don't know how to walk or carry a knife, so I don't think you need to worry about that. Wait, no. Crap. Nothing but a game. I wonder if that's like, hinting at video game. I don't know. Whatever. They reach an age, of about 3. They become able to think about the perspectives of other people and put themselves in their shoes. Alright, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get much from that. If I was wrong about us going into their consciousness before they're born, which, doesn't really make all that much sense in the first place, to be honest. I just thought that would be one explanation for having a red dream. Is it possible that they were just young babies? How old are they even after they were alive? I don't remember. Okay, but like, by the time you're 2 years old, like I said, you won't be able to go on a murderous rampage. You might not have the moral restraint to stop yourself from doing that, but you have a very big physical restraint, and also a mental one at that point. So like, if one of those babies went inside of Satoru's body, they wouldn't try to drown themselves in the bathtub. No, wait, they would. Never mind, they might. But they wouldn't try to kill Enomoto first. It kind of supports your theory, since it's basically saying infants can be cold-blooded killers if they gain adult bodies. Perhaps. I still don't think that really makes sense though, because if they got an adult body, they wouldn't be able to physically commit the crimes. Is he calling us scum because we picked the wrong option? Oh, Satoru noticed it in the other timeline. But I didn't understand why it mattered. I like how he's mad with a smile. Yeah. I don't know, some people are like that. I guess. Okay, is that the reason why Satoru came up with that theory before? Because in that case, I kind of missed out on that. But if that's true, then yeah, that would solve the problem, I think. I don't know how atmospheric pressure works. Here?
ここだ。
Okay, here would make sense, but is it at this time specifically, or in another
ここ
time?
は地下に地下にくり抜かれた広大幸いなくアオサギ島のスフィアだから貴様は気圧の変化を実質的にはそれで中継点だと言っただろう。
This is extra content added by choosing me or Kokoro. If you just chose to go in, you wouldn't get this explanation. Oh, that's actually really interesting. I was gonna try that out after this, actually.
やれ念のために補足してアオサギ島はレブン島の西方約5キロ
I guess it would be unnecessary because you'd already figure out all this stuff, eh?
スフィアは北緯45度25分37秒一方避難小屋は北緯40度35分2つの空間がそして北緯43統計104そう
I'm not gonna check if that's correct. I'll take your word for it.
北緯45度25分
Yep, this is all definitely right.
ここは地下ってことはさっき聞いたが
Satori said it. That's Satori's person I'm playing as, so I was thinking the same thing.
北海道日和郡萌木村まさかごめんまだわからないことがある俺が生きているそうだ赤倉岳は2010アオサギ島は2000だとしたら時間も空間と同じようだわからないここは貴様にとっての過去なのだそして冬川心にとっての未来でもある
What? I don't get it. He's in the past right now, but he's still... His body is still the same, right?
ここの時間は今は2010
Wood Carbuncle. That's me, alright? It kind of makes sense that you'd be able to see your past self, but what the hell is he doing here?
やめてくれやめてくれやめてくれこれ以上俺を狂わせないでくれ
Remember, oh, this is the voice of Dio in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
やめて
Satori can never be seen in public without Wood Carbuncle somewhere on his clothes. Exactly. I bet he has a tattoo of it somewhere. Yeah. Satoru has transplanted memories, right? So of course it would make sense that he doesn't remember this. But in that case, who the hell was the past Satoru, and which memories do we have transplanted inside of ourselves? But no, that doesn't make sense. Mayuzumi still recognized Satoru, didn't she? No, she didn't actually. She never actually saw Satoru's body until the true ending. And even then, she wasn't feeling particularly romantic towards him. Or even like, you know, the way that your ex feels towards you. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was acting quite distant, wasn't she? In that case, Satoru actually came from a different body. The cheery music as the Os to Satoru mental breakdown is great, even the game doesn't care about him going insane. I don't know, I don't think this is that cheery. I guess, yeah. It's definitely not the kind of music that plays when you're going insane. Why is this blue? It's not a tip, I can't. Also, why does it say Satoru is talking? You should say, like, the other Satoru or something so we can differentiate them. Is it blue so that's the way we can tell the difference? Why don't you just color the name blue or something? It's just highlighting the pronoun he uses to identify himself. See? It's kind of dumb though. I feel like there's an easier way to do that. Are you going to do something bad to me? Mate, a literal child, no, not even a child, an unborn fetus was able to kill Enomoto. That only means I have to struggle with my past self. But it's my past. I'm definitely stronger than him. No, I'm just kidding. We're probably screwed. I think this is actually a perfectly logical thing to do. That means that you don't need to just recycle the timeline. You can try again. Or whatever that says, Ore, in the Satoru we follow's case. What does Ore mean? It's not a very healthy way to go about it. No, he's going to shoot himself. What do you think? He puts on the sunglasses. Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't really care. He is an I that I have nothing to do with. It's just a way to refer to yourself in Japanese. I see. Knife. Wait, before I die, he is an I, Ori in kanji. That I, Ori and katakana have nothing to do with. Kanji and katakana are two different alphabets. Remember, 11 has a ton of Japanese wordplay. Oh, I'm guessing you can't translate that into English very well. So, I want to experience it at least once, killing myself, that is. So, on the surface, that might seem like, you know, he's a murderer that likes killing people, but what if it actually means that he has, you know, suicidal thoughts or something, and that he's just, like, even though he's saying it in this context, what he really means is that he's suicidal? in addition to that, he's also a murderer, apparently, but when they ask you if you're fine, just have to say that you're fine, even if you're not. Black coffee. Is that your way of saying black coffee is disgusting? Wait, the other Satoru was saying he likes black coffee? Okay, that's completely different from when we were playing as. Sorry. Anyway, in the prologue before Satoru fell off the clock tower, he referred to himself using the same pronoun that Black Suit Guy does. After the fall, Satoru refers to himself in a different way. Oh, right. I think someone said that in the chat once. Don't remember who. I think it was Virgil. The new Satoru uses watashi, a completely different pronoun from the Satoru we know. Tashi. Oh, is that a way to like show that, you know, they're different? That they refer to themselves differently? And it's also a way to know who's talking. Unfortunately, I don't know who's talking. Milo's in the front, twisted. Fresh blood overflowed from stress. Not bad. Oh, just as I thought, nothing beats black coffee. Do you agree? Yukido? Yukido. What did you just say? I don't, because I'm different from you. Enomoto. The me before me is Enomoto, and Enomoto is Yukido. What the hell is going on? Has the world gone mad? The new Satoru refers to black coffee just like Enomoto did. Then could I have been misunderstanding? It's not that the Satoru in this timeline is some insane person who likes black coffee. In reality, he's actually Enomoto, and Enomoto from the beginning liked black coffee. And then they switched consciousness? So that means Satoru was originally in Enomoto's body, then went into the body that we're controlling right now. Enomoto was originally in Satoru's body, and went into the body that I called Enomoto, but is actually just Satoru. The Matrix guy, that's who he is. That's how we can differentiate them. But then how come our memories don't match up? Do we really have to... Is this the credits? I've already seen this before, it isn't even a good ending. Just let me skip. Crap. Alright, whatever. I'll just use this time to think about the mystery, I suppose. I think that does have to be it, though. In the scene that we saw just now, Satoru's body... You know what? How can I even call him Satoru if I don't even know who's controlling it? Satoru only knows a few things. How his relationship with Mayuzumi was like, but not how it ended. Information all about the cabin members, his name, general personality, but nothing from his personal history, family, any. It's very specific. Yeah, I found that quite strange as well. But like, how? His memories were transplanted from someone else. They only needed to give him enough information to be able to make the plan work. So perhaps knowing anything more than that would cause him to figure out the mystery, and that would result in the plan failing. In that case, it would make sure that it would make sense that Satoru's original consciousness, which resided in the Matrix Man's body, right? I'm calling him the Matrix Man instead of Enomoto, just to make it less confusing, even though that kind of makes it more confusing to say. That's why Mayuzumi didn't recognize Satoru in the Blondie's body, and the Blondie, who is Enomoto, went into the Matrix Man's body, and he was able to deliver all that sweet exposition over there before. From whose could it be transplanted? Who else has the specific knowledge that Satoru does? I don't know, it could be anyone except for the main characters. I think it can only be Matrix Man. It could also be someone completely different that we don't know about, but I don't think that's great writing for a mystery. I kind of want to try replaying the epilogue now. Not just to see what happened with Mayuzumi, although that's part of it. I also kind of wanted to ask Uni whether he was the one who changed the alarm clocks, because I realized that could also be kind of important. And I would love to get right to that, but I can't skip. More so than more so than who has those memories, who has only that knowledge about Satoru, who would be a better train of thought to go down. More so than who has those memories, who has only that knowledge about Satoru, and have a better trait. The only person I can think of would be Kokoro, right? How his relationship with Mayuzumi was like, but not how it ended. Information about the cabin members, his name and general personality, but nothing from his personal history, family, anything. I suppose Kokoro would fit all of those things, but it's not like she specifically lived through those, right? She only knows those things about him. But Satoru doesn't have any specific memories either. He only knows facts about himself. He never had a flashback before. Well, no, there was that whole flashback about the round and round thing, but Kokoro went through that as well when talking to Mayuzumi. So could that be it? Red accepts blue entirely. Blue wouldn't exist without red. Okay, I have a headache. Blue wouldn't exist without red. This is kind of like the grandfather's paradox. In order for one person to exist, they needed to have... But, I don't understand. Alright, whatever. What Remember 11 does to someone, exactly. This is like way worse than all of the other games so far. Worse as in more complicated. Let's check out the album. God, wasn't that sweet? Also, is it possible for me to like scroll down or something? Because I can't see the entire image. There we go. I just had to press the arrow keys. Never figured that out myself. Alright, there's probably some very deep lore in this space. These promotional arts. their legs are phasing through each other. Actually, I think most of their entire bodies are phasing through each other. Right, like I said, I'll go back to the freaking, the epilogue. Oh no, I need to go to shortcut. That's what Sekiju Kansei means. It was explained in the climax to Satoru's route. Without the Kokoro chapter, Satoru's name can't be spelled as Satoru. It would just be Ore, which is the pronoun Matrix Guy uses. Ore. It would be, wouldn't it? But even in Kokoro's route, Satoru still writes notes to her and stuff. Like, doesn't make sense. I don't know. How come this is crossed off? Oh, because I died, of course. Okay, never mind. I guess we won't do the epilogue. Then I can just go back to where I loaded. No, I will. I'll just pick the other option. Don't open it. Ugh, but now I have to go through this entire thing again. Alright, whatever. I need to think of stuff. So I guess that kind of thing makes sense. That Kokoro's memories of Satoru were transplanted into him, right? But that still doesn't, like, it doesn't really solve what's going on with the consciousness of the three people that are switching bodies. Like, who is that other murderer? The one who's been causing all these murders to happen inside Satoru's body? I really don't think that it could have been a child, or like a baby, or a fetus. But I don't know. That tip kind of makes it seem like it was possible. You can try downloading the 100% save file and reading through all the tips. It helps a lot. Oh yeah, I might. I feel like it's unnecessary though, because I should go for 100% anyway, right? I don't know though, maybe if it's too tedious, I will. Does the that guy tip remind you of anything Ever 17? No. No, it doesn't. I have to go through the cast. That guy. Trying to think of stuff, but can't figure it out. What's that sound effect? I'm pressing the space button and that's causing this weird noise sound. Anyway, Third Eye and Zero Dimension Entity were very important in Ever 17. That might give you a hint about some things in Remember 11. Maybe. Well, to be honest, it's been a while since I've played Ever 17, so I don't really remember much about it in general. I do remember stuff about the Third Eye, though. And also Zero Dimension, but I don't know who. Understandable. Those two were references to Blickwinkle, if you don't remember him. I don't remember him though. Those same words are used in the That Guy tip here. See? I guess that kind of makes sense. You really can't figure it out. You can always take a look at the Remember I Love N explained blog. Some things are honestly too big for most people to figure out without a ton of digging. See? I could, like, replay Ever 17 to be honest, so I can remember the important things, I guess. Or I could just read a summary of it. That might be better. Like, I don't know. I kind of like figuring these things out for myself. But if I really can't, I'll just look it up forever. Another thing I thought of, if Satoru really can't exist without Kokoro, then how did Kokoro come up with the idea to even think about Satoru, to think about the facts about Satoru, like, relationship with Mayuzumi and stuff like that? To fill in on Ever 17, Blickwinkle has the perspective in German, being that tricked itself in Ever 17 to save Coco and Takeshi. I don't remember, I'm sorry. I don't remember how it tricked itself, I mean. Okay, this... Seriously? 14? Fine. A refresher might be worth it since the huge hints. Or should I summarize the Blickwinkle thing here? I don't know, I guess I'll do a refresher. I'll figure something out after the stream, because I don't think I'll be able to finish this game today. it's worth trying some of the other bad ends in the meantime as well. The Annihilation end in Kokoro chapter, right? Yeah, I mean, it's probably not great to see Kokoro die, but perhaps there's some hidden stuff in there. I also have to. I remember, like, whenever you get a bad end in Kokoro chapter, for example, Satoru ends up getting the same bad end from his perspective. So I'll have to be able to get both sides of every bad end, which will probably take a while. Okay, this does not need 14 pages.
ああ、いい。俺と心は昨日まで移動時刻が2点間入れ替わってだからそうじゃない。実際には3点間を定義してたんでしょ。だから言ったじゃん。僕はこの1年間定員ゲージの自然に3つの選択が入れ替わってるってことなんだよ。ああ、いいだろ。それじゃあ話がなんで目覚まし時計が来るんだ。さあ、サトルが自分でやったんだから。俺がじゃなかったら第三の人第三の人お前もちろんサトルだってもうなあ。
He has.
でも俺の推理がもしかしたらお前のことも第三の人
Oh my god. Are you really going to do that? I hate this game. Oh my god. Crap. Okay, half a year old. So then nah. They're half a year they can't even walk. They're not gonna be able to kill people. Not without like a leap in logic at least. Intentionally avoiding someone. Alright, nobody cares.
赤ちゃんってお前違うなんだおそらくほとりもまたじゃあ犬1年前の赤倉岳に
Wait, I should probably reread this as well. What about the consciousness of Inubushi? In Mount Sakura, inside the corpse buried in the snow. Even though I said that, the explanation didn't satisfy me. Things off, it's strange. Why is the one at Mount Akukura Inubushi and the one at Aosaki Island Hattori, each consciousness was always tied to a specific area? That's the case. The Hattori I know is current. Hattori is the most unfortunate character in the story. Not exactly sure what you mean by that. Satoru hasn't figured everything out yet, even though he's clearly figured out more than I have, apparently. Even though I said that, the explanation didn't satisfy me. Something's off, it's strange. Why is the amount for Ichi and at Osaka Island free? Why not? Each consciousness was always tied to a specific area. I think what he means is that, like, I thought that they were just switching, but if not, then I don't know. Is it possible that they only switched once and then didn't switch again? In that case, it would kind of be strange. But maybe he's saying that it is strange because she swapped out with someone else, but doesn't know who. A perfectly normal person got into a plane crash, body swapped with a serial killer while dying in a snowstorm for 7 days. Oh, that, yeah, when you put it that way, it is very unfortunate.
おい心
Thing is, which
どこ行くんだよ
consciousness is she in right now?
ほとりちゃんはど彼女ならほらかいよつぶし 久しぶりだなリン
The Hattori we know through Kokoro doesn't seem like the type to yeet a baby at least. Well, she was just smiling at the baby. She didn't do anything bad.
なんでそんな目
Wholesome smile. Yeah, exactly. Maybe she just really likes babies.
あなた
In a very nice way.
あなたはサトルじゃない私の知っている有機道
Is she talking about his personality or his appearance? Probably both, to be honest. Why would she even assume that he was Satoru, though? It's not like he went up to her and said, I'm Satoru. Well, no, he said it earlier, probably, after the whole mountain thing, saving them from the mountain. Alright, yeah, well that's great. Another thing that we figured out is that Uni actually knew about the 3 transfer thing. That means he was probably like, he probably knows everything, you know? From that bad end we got with Satoru, where Enomoto and Satoru from the past killed him, you know, I got the feeling that Uni probably wasn't all about that, you know? Uni probably wouldn't have accepted that kind of thing. But no, I think that Uni really is like, you know, he knows everything, pretty much. Even if he doesn't, you know, even if he doesn't make all of the decisions for the team that's making this project, whatever. Alright, I guess I should just go and, you know, get the other thing I can just load. 3 symbolism. 3 symbolism is here as well. Uni, Satoru, and Matrix Guy are the only who seem to know everything. 3 symbolism? What do you mean? Oh, 3 as in like... as though there were like 3 people? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that though. Satoru and Matrix Guy are the only people who seem to know everything. So that would make sense, yeah. Okay, Satoru, this is even stupider than the previous one. there's a lot of threes in the game. I thought there were a ton of 11s. The logo with 3 circles, transfer with 3 people, 3. I mean, I don't know. Threes are like kind of thing we use a lot in just, fiction in general. The third area. One thing that might help figuring out the third person's identity is the fact that Hattori also said she saw a red room in Kokoro's rail. She did? Red room. Red room. She did say that. Yeah, she did. I remember now. Kokoro assumed that she was saying, like, when she swaps personality because she has the ID, that's where she goes when her personality's not in use, but in reality, she's also swapping bodies with the fetus, or baby, or whatever. But then she would also have a third personality in that case, right? Is that the reason why she's always silent whenever Kokoro is there? They wouldn't do something that stupid, right? That, like, there's a young baby inside, or even a fetus, and that's why she doesn't say anything when that personality is in her. That can't be. She's still able to move around and stuff, and she even writes stuff down, I think. The fact that she's silent probably has more to do with the dying to the snowstorm. But even being silent, like, she should still be able to. She is still able to move around, so like. Nah, and even then she doesn't stay silent all of the time. There was that time she was like screaming really loudly in the bathroom or whatever, right? If there are 2 transfers going on here, both transfers would be in Hotarubi mine, right? I don't think there are 2. Oh, no, wait. 2 transfers as in through Satoru and Inubushi's body? Yeah, I think so. From that, it's likely that the mobility of the person depends on the body they're in and not their consciousness. But like, babies don't know how to walk. I don't know. I don't think that that's realistic, personally.
これが何やってんだよ。
So is this just the same? Yeah. Yeah, okay, no reason to go through with this. Let's just go back. There's only one other option I haven't picked yet. That's, over here. Open it.
ち込められた。
It opened. Sup? What? What? You understood instantly. Really? Okay, yeah, that makes sense actually. It would make sense that you could understand that.
お前は聞こえなかった。お前は答えろ。答えろ。俺の名は有機動。
Of course, it wouldn't make sense for someone to use the same name that you have, right?
なんだと、貴様は。それが貴様がここに計画は自分のことなんだ。まあ失敗したと言っても可能性は簡単な。別の世界では失敗し、俺さえしっかりしてる。
Now that I think about it, this person isn't necessarily Satoru, right?
俺は貴様とは違う。
Possible that the only reason I thought that he might be was just because it's not like Mayuzumi was imagining dating someone for her entire life. And thus there was still a reason for Kokoro to like, there had to have been a reason for Kokoro to think that Satoru is the person who dated Mayuzumi. Why does Matrix Guy hate our Satoru so much? I'm guessing just because he is Satoru, but it could be something else. Blondie calls him Yukito in this ending. Oh yeah, that too. You know what? Yeah, forget I said anything. This is definitely the original Satoru, the one who dated Mayuzumi. Mayuzumi would get along with this guy way better than she does with our Satoru, so it makes sense. Yeah, she would actually. His personality fits so much better.
なあ、今どんな悪く本当にまるで最高ほうやはりコーヒーはブラックに限るそうは思わないかな勇気度思わないね俺はお前とは違う榎本
I'm different from you, Minamoto. I don't like black coffee. So if I had chosen that I liked black coffee at the beginning, would the two of them have just agreed, saying, yeah, black coffee is the best, it's the greatest, and do I really have to sit through this again? Anyway, or would Enomoto have just changed his views after that? Like he would always just choose the opposite of what I choose. It would be impossible to figure out the mystery if they both like the same type of coffee, right? Because then they would just both be like, oh yeah, black coffee, yeah. We're both saying this, so you can't tell who each of us are. The black coffee is actually pretty great symbolism after you figure certain things out. The coffee will be important later on. Oh my god. Great taste of coffee? I have no idea. I can't figure it out. They said that the black coffee was supposed to refer to Satoru, and the milk coffee was supposed to refer to Kokoro. And Enomoto said he thought black coffee tasted better than milk coffee. So could that be his way of saying Satoru was better than Kokoro? And then if I were to choose the other option, it would be the opposite. The coffee is the most essential element here. More important than the third person. I can't tell if you're memeing. More important than the third person. Delicious black coffee. Schrodinger's coffee box. Oh god. The coffee is both black and milk coffee. You don't know which is which until you open the box. I don't know. The fact that Satoru is black coffee and Kokoro is milk coffee does say something about them though. That Satoru is just made in Kokoro's image of Satoru. Like Satoru can't exist without Kokoro. Or what you said before, blue accepts red entirely. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Or maybe you're just saying that Kokoro is more delicious than Satoru because milk coffee is better than black coffee. Kipo. Enomoto loves black coffee because it's pure, while milk coffee is mixed with additives. Oh my god. That is actually a great parallel. Damn. Kokoro seems like the more pure one to me, but whatever. Kora's coffee is mixed with a lot of white stuff. Oh my god. Alright. What do I do now? I've unlocked so few of these. Yeah, what percentage am I at? 87. Dang. Trying to collect the tips is a good idea now. Well, yeah, I suppose. I was gonna try to do more endings, I guess, as well. That's basically the same thing. A lot of percentages in these that I haven't done. Can I just... No, I have to... Yeah, I can just hold the button down, I don't need to keep clicking. There are a few scenes I haven't even done. Well, tips do I have already so far? Don't think I could check them here, I have to actually start the game. You could try looking at the timeline, but the timeline basically reveals a lot, which spoils the fun of figuring it out. Yeah, I probably won't do that. Unless I need to, I guess. Okay, well... I suppose I'll just try getting different endings. I wonder if I should go from the very beginning or not, though. I think I will, actually. Yeah, start from the beginning. Kokora's chapter. Hold the hands away. Nah, I was just choosing the option I hadn't chosen so far. Weird. Yeah, of course. Although Satoru's mind might enter yours, potentially. I'm guessing this is all the same. It better be. This chapter is called The Alpha and the W. And what is that symbol again? Whatever, W. Alpha. I wonder if it's referring to the third personality, though. Perhaps? Omega? Why is it spelled with a W? Okay, thank you, though. Snowstorm outside. I had to lean with my hand, whatever. Which Satoru is this? Is this the evil Satoru, or Satoru with transplanted memories? It has to be the evil one, right? But which one? I guess what I'm really saying is this actually Satoru of his own body, or is it Enomoto? He's using the evil one's Ore. Oh, yeah, that's why the eyes are slanted, or like italicized. So that would mean it's Enomoto, right? I guess in order for the plan to work, he had to get himself pushed off. In that case, it was Matrix Man who pushed him off. I'm not sure which personality was inside there, though. Dang. I can't skip through this again, but I can still make that sound effect from before. Okay, I'll stop. Map. Oh, but now we can notice hidden details we didn't see before. Or I didn't see, at least. Hattori was wearing two sets of clothes. One of them was red, the other one was the normal clothes she wears. I don't know if that's important, I'm just pointing it out. Where's that guy? It said that guy. The text was flashing kind of quickly, so I couldn't see it all, but... Isn't this the name of some of the songs in the soundtrack? Animus, Persona, Trickster, Dissociative Identity Disorder, maybe? A labyrinth of memories that is killing me. They're all Jugian psychology archetypes. What's a Jugian? All the characters are based off those why is it skipping? I didn't press the skip button. Maybe I pressed something by accident, I don't know. I mean, I want to skip through this anyway, but... So, Jungian. I still don't know what that is, I'm sorry. Doubt this is an important choice, but we're going for 100% right. It's a theory developed by Carl Jung to define common things in his theory and the collective unconscious. Oh, I see. Persona, animus, dissociative identity disorder. I don't know. I don't know which of those words actually fit. Should I save here as well? Gonna have a lot of save slots by the end of this thing. All of the characters represents the archetypes to some extent. What do you mean by that? Like the way it was like flashing the different words when they showed each character. Old wise man. Persona is putting on a mask. Great mother is all sides of a motherly figure, from dark and monstrous to kind and gentle. Oh damn. I wonder what old wise man means. I'm sure it has a very complex meaning, right? I read this one. Serial girl in quotes. I guess I can't. Okay, there were other options. Let's go back and do those. In Utsumi's case, actually no, I should do the other one. In Utsumi's case, her name Kali is a dark symbol of motherhood in Hindu mythology. Well, it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting that you know all of this stuff. First place. Old wise man is self-explanatory. I thought so. Uni is the trickster. That's also pretty interesting, actually. I mean, he kind of was, but I feel like Enomoto would be more of a trickster in my opinion. It's pretty interesting to research on its own, to be honest. Yeah, I think I think it would be. If she had been carefully placed there. Alright, whatever. It's very boring. It's no use playing dumb. What? Doing that in the... Is it not? Uni's trickster archetype is linked with the shadow archetype, which is pretty interesting, as originally Hattori was supposed to play Uni's role in the story. Oh really? As like the person who exists in both timelines, I guess? Her name was supposed to be Hattori Kusuda, which is wordplay, as Tori Kusuda sounds like trickster. Well, Tori Kusuda sounds like trickster. I see. But Uni's last name is Kusuda, right? So like, yeah, I guess they just changed it to that. Oh, but it would make more sense like that because Satori has Tori at the end of her name. Okay, I see. Could it be that she's actually Enomoto? Or perhaps the Satoru that used to be in Enomoto's body, and he's just pretending not to be able to speak, or something? Because like anyone who wakes up in a body they don't know would probably freak out. Even if they did, even if they were unable to speak, they'd be able to write notes or something. Look, she's even able to do it right now. So like, I can only assume whether she's able to speak or not, she's in on the plan somehow. Or perhaps she's not able to speak, but just like Hattori, she's just fine with being in another person's body or something. And I'm also really rocking that gender swap. It's possible, I don't know. I like to imagine what you mean. That's literally Enomoto gender swapped because they look similar. I don't know. Hmm. Quite suspicious that the first thing she wanted us to do was to go to uni. Quite suspicious. If she really is the original Inabushi personality, she should already know that this uni is like, meant to be at Sophia. Like when Itsumi or something, or Enomoto, Sophia, I don't know, someone must have told them, like, oh, by the way, we have a new kid coming in, right? Blah, blah, blah. You see, Uni is saying that he had conversations with the person who is inside of this body. So that means he's been living here for like at least a few hours, I don't know. So that also means Inabushi should have known about it as well. Therefore, why is it that her first priority was bringing us to uni? I feel like it might be because she has a different personality inside her. Maybe? I guess it could also be explained away potentially by just her being concerned for Uni, who's like shivering, cold, scared, whatever. A red dream. Interesting. I lost consciousness, I had a dream. To me, who had lost all sense of time, the dream felt like it lasted forever. Or was it just for a moment? Nope, it was for 33 minutes. There was no light, I couldn't see anything. I could only hear a persistent, steady pulse, like an unborn child floating in the amniotic fluid. Okay. Yeah, my theory was correct. Uh, amniotic fluid again. They were specifically saying that there was a heartbeat as well. It has to be. Like, there's no chance that that's not what it is.
おいおい、ついさっき本当に大丈夫か？いや、こんなことを君の様子普通じゃない。怒らないでくれよ。君はさっきから突然わけのわからない言葉を発したり、暴れたり叫んだりかと思うと、今度は不意にあの時の衝撃で。そうだ、飛行機が墜落したと。
Since the babies are twins, it would match up with both Satoru and Inabushi being in swapping cycles of their own. Yeah, I think so too, but like, where's the consciousness of the twins in that case? The baby being able to go on a murderous rampage is one thing, but an unborn fetus, like, that's impossible. I don't think that's possible even with, like, stretching logic to the limit. There has to be a third personality that's been transplanted inside of them. Kind of like Satoru, or the person we know as Satoru.
いやはりそうか。君は覚えてる。だけど、とにかく何かかなり長い。ああ、そういえばまだ。
Um, wait, I just had a thought. The order of the transfers happen with first Kokoro, like from Kokoro's perspective, just as an example, it essentially goes from the Via to the mine, Otarabi mine, whatever it's called, to the mountain shelter, and then it cycles back again. First, the first place that Kokoro was inside of was Thea. Satoru was at first actually inside of Fetus, and the Fetus, or whatever personality was inside of it, was in the mountain shelter, right? That means Satoru's personality really did come from his own body in the beginning, as long as we're willing to accept that Kokoro's personality actually came from her own. The reason I want to think about that though is just because I considered the possibility that Kokoro, or no, Satoru might have been the original personality inside of the fetus, that somehow they were able to create memories inside of it, and those memories manifested itself into a consciousness. But no, that's not it. I don't think so, at least. He still thinks that is the problem. How naive. Oh yeah, this up to date? No. My name is Suzukage Hattori. What? You're not supposed to have that personality inside you right now, though. Unless... No, but what if she's lying? What if it was someone else, like Enomoto, or the original Satoru? If she's lying, then it would make perfect sense. Are very good possibilities, but no, I think this is just a completely different personality. It might not be Enomoto, I could be wrong about that, but definitely not Inabushi. Oh, this. What happens here? False spell and her voice was the Inubushi Keiko personality weakening. Yeah, Enomoto might just be having a bad time right now. Remember that time Satoru was looking over the camera footage of Sophia? I remember him seeing freaking Hattori after leaving the bathtub when we when we went in there and drowned there. I'm gonna take don't take them by the way so I can get the bad ending. She kind of just acted crazy while she was inside the bathroom, right? So which personality was in her while that was happening? I feel like it might just be Inabushi. That was the personality inside of Hattori's body, while the third personality was inside of Satoru's body, right? Apologize.
満場一致か。なんだかよくわからないけど、無償で中華丼が食べたい気分なんだよな。
I love how for all the other choices, they were I think they were like, porridge. We chose porridge because it's the most delicious. For rices, we chose rice because it's easiest to make. And for this one, I'm not really sure, but I kind of want to have it.
じゃあ、みんなは
Wop wop. Okay, see what happens with Satoru's thing, I guess. That's a lot of red. Okay, so this is right after he was in Kokoro's body that whole time, right? Wait, what? Yeah, who cares, whatever. Disc's not important. Already solved the mystery with Uni. Labyrinth of memories. The labyrinth of memories that is killing me. How did you know that?
どこだ彼女はど
Right, this is where she gets the needle gun. I was told by Utsumi to catch you.
違う。いいから落ち着け。一体何があった。
This is completely different, I think. I wonder if, because I'm not acting as nice to her as I was last time, we're not gonna get that candy scene. I think, somebody told me, I think it was Afric, that, like, there were certain things you had to do in order to make that scene happen.
冗談。でも
Confirm.
俺はどうしてわ。あなたが冬。それが有機毒精神の安定を図る上で冬川心という人格。ねえ有機毒。これからいくつかします。
Guess I'll say no. he, he even admits he's lying. Alright, that was great. My choices don't matter. Yukido? Wait, no, I'm not. I'm not the original Yukido, but how would she know that? Unless she's referring to it in a different context? I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night. Alright, good night, Apric. Be asleep well. Alright, when does he die? I think after this, right? To be honest, I think I'm gonna end the stream after that as well, after this ending. Not because Afrik left. I wouldn't, like, you know, not just because he's not here anymore, but just because if I don't end it, like, I'll probably have to just keep going forever. I've already reached 2 hours, so I think it makes sense to just end it soon. Okay, here. I'm not dead yet. I can still feel breathing. But I thought that the personality that was in me before killed themselves in the water. What? Oh no, that isn't exactly what happens. Okay, so what happened was Kokoro went inside of I am going to end it here by the way. Kokoro went inside of the bathtub, right? And then she didn't take the pills, right? So she sees a murderer in front of her. And then she decides to I don't know, she then is about to get attacked. Then the personality of the third person, whoever that is, comes in, the murderer. He brings his head out of the water, looks at the killer that's looking at him from across the room, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, my dude? Yo, what's up? Are you Kokoro right now?" "Nah, mate, I'm the other personality." "Oh, okay, gotcha." So then they just, like, play cards for 33 minutes. They check the time to make sure that they don't go overboard. Then they're like, "Oh, crap, we only have 1 minute till the next transfer. Alright, see you later, my dude. See ya." And then he dips his head in the water, and the other dude forcibly puts his head underneath to make sure that he doesn't come back out. I guess that's what happens. Alright, well, even if that's not exactly the case, we're going to have to figure that out some other time. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'm gonna have to, continue this later. Bye!